but we don't need to talk about that. The ache is setting in again. This time I started running. No, I won't sleep if I give you the pleasure. I kinda wanna hold you, and I kinda want to kill you. Girl, you always liked to cut before you measure. You put on your small dark show for my eyes and my eyes alone. Turn away and take this ragged love. Burn away all of this ragged love. Hide your face from all my ragged love. You're hanging off.
What else, guitar, sir?
You're hanging off your drink and pretending you're not cold. He's hanging off your breath just like the others. You look so dangerous and lonely in this light, sorting out your playthings from your lovers. Put on your small dark show for my eyes and my eyes alone. Turn away and take this ragged love. Burn away all of this ragged love. Hide your face from all my ragged love. Ragged love. Ragged love. Ragged love. Ragged love. You must have missed the life you left come strolling back her way, with a lifetime of excuses and a whole life's debt to pay. Knowing her, she'll still forgive you. It'll take a little time. Your little girl's a woman now, and man, she's doing fine. Everyone's got reasons, yours are up there with the best. See you turn up out of nowhere with a white flag on your chest. You'll explain away the heartache, paper over all the grief, and pretend you've been a father. She knows you've been a thief, 'cause you weren't there, she hit the ground. She should have been queen, then you stole her crown. Up for you, I dusted her down. Now she's made a life without you. She's had lovers, she's had friends. Might have fought an uphill battle, but you got there in the end. And now you're waltzing through that door like it's the same one as before. Now give her a little time. time. And yeah, it's true, I walked away too, but I showed a little spine. I stopped to dry her tears, and then I looked her in the eye. I loved her as a woman. You left her as a child, and that's a hole I couldn't fill. Although I might have tried. Now you're back here, what did you expect? A kiss on the cheek will not make her forget. You're banking on credit from this girl you've just met. There's a happy ever after on the cards. Maybe you'll convince her you're worth letting down her guard. There's still time to be a father and make up the time you've lost. But only she can tell you if she's burnt that bridge you crossed. You weren't there, she hit the ground. Should have been queen, then you stole her crown. I picked her up for you, I dusted her down. So either leave well alone, or do not let her down. It's called Jimmy. You know Jimmy's feeling maudlin, back in town a week, and he's knocking around the old bars, and he's kicking the old streets, and he's laughing at the kids singing on walls he used to own, and he's rocking this old bar stool like the rightful king is throne. Jimmy's sure the whiskey's weaker, and the girls sure ain't sweet. So when he tried to buy the bottle, and he locked them off their feet, and he knows that if he'd stayed, he would have owned this town by now. Instead of coming back a stranger, no pretender to no crown. And home still tastes the same, but the rain is just as cold on the way out as the way in, and he knows him that's changed. He remembers in the summer, and outside the sky is gray. Well, Jimmy left because he knew God had bigger plans for him. And Friday night alright, he's busting corners at weekends. So he chased a girl to Dublin, chased another back again, and he bought a one-way ticket going both ways. And home still tastes the same, but the rain is just as slow on the way out as the way in. And he knows him the change. He remembers in the summers, and outside the sky is gray. Now Jimmy's own invincibility is starting to whack thin. He's got a bum knee and some scars from all the scraps that he's been in. And what's the ghost that he's been carrying got to looking like old friends. He knows the one-way trips are over, figures this town's where he lands. Now Jimmy laughing from his bar stool as the night grows old with grace, and the bar goes all around him, and old Jim he shows his age. And the new kings take the streets now, soon they too will catch a train, come back looking for themselves in every face. Find themselves among pictures that soon fade, and home still stays the same, but the rain is just as cold on the way out as the way in, and he knows things changed. But he remembers endless summers. It's time to Jimmy going grave. Suzanne Parker. Again tomorrow, I can feel it in my knees. We were baking in the bunkers with the flackers on last week. There's a war on, don't you know, boys? Man, this ain't no holiday. If you're ever gonna buy that ring, you'll need this duty pay. When the convoy crossed the start line, loaded up with Jackie's gas, there were no rounds in the chamber. Gotta make that ammo last, cause they're streamlining the budget, and armor didn't make the cut, and they dropped the sat-nav contract. Don't get lost, boys, or you're fucked. Jackie's boys, breaking Jackie's toys, playing soldiers in the desert were their country's pride and joy. Jackie's boys were Jackie's boys. And reached the site on Turnpike when the wheels came off again. He hit the ditch just as the radios packed in, and the peacock kept on rolling. Said, follow on, boys, you'll be fine. Colonel's plane lands in an hour, and he wants us there on time. Was the powder, and those kids, they were the match. And when the shooting started, they were miles and miles from home, in the lowest bidder's car with only static on the phone. was gone. But Jackie's books are bounced. Wasn't her who called his mom. Jackie's boys, breaking Jackie's toys, playing soldiers in the desert were their mother's pride and joy. Jackie's boys were Jackie's boys, were Jackie's boys. We're Jackie's boys. You look harder and sharper and tired, and the smile on your face says you're running it down to the wire, all sharp edges and bone. Is you worry that make you tired, you feel in control, and does hate feel like home? Your soul on a sleeve of the black dress you wore at the end. Did I ask you to leave? Or did you cut your losses again? It depends where you stand. And you're standing inside in the rain like it's where you belong. Are you been there all along? I don't want you anymore. I don't want you anymore. I don't want you anymore. But I want you, baby. I still want you happy. Still a scar on your face where you shattered the glass when you heard all the time that you missed. I've been smoking the letters you burned out with blood on your sleeve. And we never again spoke a word. Who was I to believe I could chase you to hell and that you ever leave? I don't want you anymore. I don't want you anymore. I don't want you anymore. But I want you happy. I still want you happy. Why you doing okay? You look older and prouder and fierce when I saw you today. I felt all of the weight of the years and you're doing okay. Are you doing okay? I don't want you anymore. I don't want you anymore. I don't want you anymore. But I want you happy. I'll always want you happy. Well, your teachers all said that one day you'd be famous. Your daddy said God isn't coming to save us, so we can wait on our own. Don't you need no man's throne? There's a war on TV and a war in this city and a war in your head, but you can't let them see it's a hard world out here. Knuckle gently and fight here. A jacketed old and master and nothing except for getting ahead in the race to the bottom. It's a long, long way to fall. It's a long, long way to fall. So you got your blue ribbon from a grateful nation, and you set a high bar for your participation. All the bars where you'll stay. The dream is just the price you pay for a foot in the door and a seat at the table. That's the best you can hope for being willing and able. Get your head out of the clouds. You're a man, better act like it now. A jacketed old and a master and nothing except for getting ahead in the race to the bottom. It's a long, long way to fall. It's a long, long way to fall. So what is it exactly that you're trying to fool? With the denim jacket and the cowboy boots. No, your boots are pretty plain. You're wild, but you still look pretty keen. Now you're playing the part, but your head isn't in it. Say you could have gone far under certain conditions. Telling that bottle out because you've been dealt, and your wasted potential's a particular hell. You flew at the sun, but you missed and you fell. Never were any good at the game, can't you tell? So what are you trying to prove? Not good enough, but for who? Jacketed old and a master of nothing except for getting ahead in the race to the bottom. It's a long, long way to fall. It's a long, long way to fall. A jacketed old and a master of nothing except for getting ahead in the race to the bottom. It's a long, long way to fall. It's deliberately really simple and big scenery, but it does have a Taylor Swift key changes. Am I switching on?
Yes, man, we're here. Let's test it again.
That's better. I'm not ready to lose my faith. Losing face is getting pretty boring. Faith in the people who are good to one another, raise good kids and face another day each morning. I'm in the business of finding grace where I can, from the edges and the borders. We're looking graceless at the mall, and I'm hoping that it's just a temporary change of order. Will we find our way? Will we find our way? Will we find our way back to grace? I'll do that one again. Will we find our way? Will we find our way? Will we find our way back to grace? Cheers, that's like cheers. We weren't ready for broken conversations wrecked by billionaires with rockets and agendas. Our better angels are washing up on beaches, and I'm starting to lose sleep on where we'll end up. I'm actually going to wait until that hand dryer has stopped before I finish this, because this is like the whole most important part of the whole issue. I want to raise my daughters to believe that being kind will leave things better than they found them. What can I say? The race is getting faster everywhere. I try to stop, feels pretty crowded. Will we find our way? Will we find our way? Will we find our way out of this place? I lost my way a little, the lights gone dim. Don't know what game we're playing, don't want to win. This feels inevitable, whatever this is. Are we picking up the pieces from the beat that we missed? Will we find our way? Will we find our way? Will we find our way back to grace? And that's where we take a sip. Will we find our way? Will we find our way? Will we find our way back to grace? Will we find our way? Will we find our way? Will we find our way back to grace?